After the break, it is announced that 66 players will get paid in first place of a whopping $87,000. We're getting into the mix into level 12. I have ace queen offsuit in the cutoff, and my hijack to my right raises to 6,500. Here, ace queen, pretty good hand, and considering we're offsuit, I lean more towards being aggressive. I 3-bet to 16,000, and action folds to him. He makes the call with a pretty short stack. We're off to a flop of 10-6-6 rainbow, and he checks it over to me. I decide to bet out 10,000, and for 10,000 here with ace queen high, he makes the call. Oh, also, did I remind you that this is the player that folded ace 6 to me? So definitely a good player. His name's David, and we're going to battle out a bunch here. And when the turn is the king of clubs, brings in a backdoor flush draw, and he checks. And in my perspective, he looks like he has about 70,000 in stack. So a little bit more than the pot. And I think with the run out here, with some blockers of really strong hands on this board, and considering my range could consist of a lot of king X and top pair holdings, I announce all in. My all in will put a lot of pressure and fold out a lot of hands that will fold, including hands like 10x, pocket 9s, pocket 8s, 7s, so on and so forth. But it doesn't happen. He snap calls with aces. Yep. I'm sitting with only 4 outs, and the river is a queen. Wow, so close. So hit paint, but just wasn't a jack. And even worse news upon my all-in, he actually had a lot more than I thought. He had a bunch of black chips, and they added up to 94,000. I pay him a massive chunk and lose a massive pot to this player. Got to give kudos to him. He's folding when he's beat, and he's getting jammed into when he's way ahead. After winning those, my chip stack is at 180,000. I am 6x the starting chip stack, and things are going well. And here, we'll play a non-all-in pot finally. All right, I'll do this for you guys. I have queen 8 of clubs in the big blind. There's a +2 raise to 4,000. The cutoff makes the call, and I have a suited queen. Good enough to be in here as well. I make the call, and the flop comes king 5-3 rainbow. Action checks all the way around on this flop that completely bricked my hand. But the cool thing is that the turn comes the 4 of clubs, bringing in a backdoor flush draw for me. Here, first to act, and on this board texture, I think it's a good spot to bet and bluff off. So let's try. I decided to bet out 8,500 into the middle here, and the cutoff decides to just make the call with about 25,000 behind in his stack. So we're going to river, hoping to see a good card from me. It's the 6. I break out my flush draw, but this board texture should really favor me, and he doesn't have to know that I bricked out my flush draw, right? Anyways, I decided to go for it. I go all in. I put him all in, and with queen high, little nerve-wracking, but no sweat. This player just snap folds. Remember what I said about not playing an all-in pot? That was a complete lie. This was definitely another all-in pot.